There we go. Hello everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of Vampyr, Part 4. I went live a moment ago and it wasn't coming up, and then I went to go and press share to stop the stream there just in case, and I get an error. But now I'm live, so... Alright. The last thing we attended was my sister's funeral. Now I have to go to St. Mary's Church.
Burn it, boy! Filthy fucking bitch!
St. Mary's Hospital, or St. Mary's Church.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yeah, what he just said. Let's see. Oh, what the?
Stop, vampire!
Reverend King?
God walks with me. I shall fear no evil.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Oh, the search, okay.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chaplain. For I can be as silent as stone.
You can be.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Oh yeah, wait. Yeah. I gotta go on round. Hold it a second. Well, I was gone a lot longer than I would like, but I'm back. So, oh, crap. Okay, so there to the right, all the way down. Hopefully, see if that works.
Best be on your way home.
Easy does it.
What's this way? Thank God. Aluminum powder. Okay. Oh, that is bull. I heard there were going to be common enemies, but I didn't expect him to show up, and then all of a sudden, surprise! I'm like, oh, hey, I'm almost dead. How's it going? That's great. Now I gotta wait through another long load screen. Oh, yeah, I'm really late for streaming. It's 1:04 a.m. Technically, I started 21 minutes ago, but I was gone, had to take care of something because I was asked for help. Something. It doesn't matter what I was doing, but, so yeah, I apologize for being away for so long. Tomorrow, or technically late today now, I'm gonna be streaming, a game that just came out about 9 days ago. Won't say what. You'll all see soon. But, I'm looking forward to it. And, yeah. But it's gonna be a multiplayer game. That much I will say. Yay. Thanks, because I thought he was going to annihilate me there again, but he didn't.
Die, vermin!
Gotta get some blood. Blood? Oh god, it's that guy in his face. Mr. Faith.
It's fast!
He might kill me. Maybe not. When you played this game, Kessa, did you make it this far, or not as far?
Snuff it, leech!
Not as far? Okay.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
What?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Not gonna lie, I thought you said sperm. I'm like, what? I heard sperm.
I've had
What
enough
the-
of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Controller may be easier than keyboard. Well, in my experience, yes. But, you know, some people prefer keyboard and mouse than controller.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the God.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened? The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned the dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Dan, the sad saint of the East End. Okay. Since I got some
Sean
XP...
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Okay, since I got some XP banked, let's go and spend some. $1,000. Blood capacity. Damage inflicted when using bite in combat. 2,000. Level 12, huh? 3,000. Okay. Still have yet to use claws. I don't know what to put up. I never used a gun yet, but let's see. 1,300? Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna pass that. Can't remember, I don't really even use that much. Can't remember how to do it, honestly, but I'll just confirm it for here. Shotgun shells +1 and something else +1. Dee-doo. Major district events. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. It can also be discarded due to diseases spreading among citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district's health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. If it is for you to decide of a district's fate. Okay. Oh my god. Futile police raids in Whitechapel. As of late, the rumors that surround Whitechapel are ripening into facts. In the last 3 months, the police have suspected this district of hosting what might be the might be the heart of London's medicinal black market. But of course, these suspicions will remain assumptions, for no task force or additional police presence has been sent to Whitechapel. No large drug stocks have been found, nor no crime lords arrested. This masquerade has only been planned as a desperate attempt to conceal the blatant incompetence of the London City Council's Board of Health by giving the populace a cheap and easy victory. While the epidemic spreads more and more each day, worst of all, when you take time to review the most recent statistics, you discover that the district of Whitechapel is coping with the disease much better than other parts of the city. Is it a miracle? Evidence of the activity of an illegal but efficient medical underground? More proof of the authorities' criminal incompetence? All I know is this. If a Londoner has a better chance to survive the epidemic by choosing to live in the godforsaken borough, Borough, I am ready to move on Or wait, sorry. I am ready to move to any cheap. I thought it said on any. I am ready to move to any cheap, flea-infested flat. Some shady landlord will agree to rent me right now. SLA. Okay. Let's see. Cold, bronchitis, fatigue. Still have yet to run into him. Oh yeah, no, I did. I didn't cure him. That's right. Fatigue and fatigue. So 1, 2, 3. 3 fatigues. A cold, 1 bronchitis. Healthy, nice. Headache. Yeah. If I actually treated him with that, this would have been sanitized. That's pretty good. Healthy, nice. Anemia. Still don't know because I haven't met him. Mesmerize level 2. Nice. So we got stable, stable, healthy, and healthy. Not bad. Your actions have impacted the borough's economy. Prices and stocks of the merchants in this district may have changed. Yeah, but for the good or bad? That's the question. Says your tweets concerning the community pillar have been reported by the press. Oh, that, yeah, okay. Okay. So let's see, Whitechapel, New Zealand, the docks, okay. Alright. Shotgun shell bullet +1. I know somebody had headache. Was there a migraine? I can't remember. I would write all this stuff down, but then I'll be like, "Oop, I forget." Headache. I gotta remember where he is. Anemia. Okay, nobody has a migraine. Just headache. So 1 anemia. Okay. So 1 anemia. Can I even do anemia? Wait, where is he? is. Bronchitis and cold. Fatigue. Oh, that should be good, actually. Just trying to think. What was that dude's name? That's not what I wanted. Here's where I want it. Well, I'll know when I come across him, because it'll say that he has, headache, so... I guess he could use the excuse, not now, dear, I got a headache. Alright, so... Seems to be locked. Interesting. there, but I don't want to go there. Go around. Wait a minute, hold on. I doubt it, but I'll go down this way just to be on the safe side. Oh, that's Whitechapel. Oh. See, I thought this would be Whitechapel here, or here. And I'm just like, going like right here, and it's like, oh, Whitechapel, and I'm like, no, back out. Okay. That's the Whitechapel. This here be hospital. Yeah. This here be hospital. It says rest to evolve again? Are you kidding me? Ha ha! Found you, buddy! D. I have medicine for you, my friend.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Okay.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Okay.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about is their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
You got buried?
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing you. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
Excuse me.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
There you go, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
All right, you're taken care of. Up next, Rufus Queensberry. Rufus. It's like ha 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 ha. Not funny. Rufus. Let's go. See the docks. I'm working my way down to the docks. So let's go down there. I like singing about the docks. I'm going to the docks. I'm going to catch me some fish.
It seems the Freemen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Oh, Lord.
Look at it! Fish bugger! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Loading.
Die, vermin!
Oh, my Lord. OMG.
That leech is fast! Burn it, boys! I'll kill it!
This is despicable. I cannot enter.
Vampire Club. Excuse me. Do you think vampires hide in the dodgy areas in the hovels of London? No. They hide in the highest clubs and fancy houses of the West End. I know for a fact that some of them rule the empire in secret. They have a club. They have public figures. They have balls and fancy parties. They aim to control the country and our destinies. We must reveal them for what they are, greedy enemies of mankind, born into this world to bring us all into the eternal darkness of hell. You know them, but you don't dare to pronounce their names. I will soon, and everybody in London will sure know the name of the Vampire Club. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. Shillings, glass bottle, aluminum powder, aluminum shards, and shillings. Aluminum shard. Aluminum powder.
It's locked, all right.
Really? Apparently I'm not even in the docks anymore. Well then.
I cannot enter.
It's locked.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! One of them!
Still can't go up there. Come on, game. Just want to go up there.
Okay. Over there! There's one of them vermin! Best stay back, sir. He's moving! Watch the leech, boys! It's head!
Spring and grease. Common trigger bird. Spring. For random shillings. Next. Digby. Cox. Edwin the Cox. Edwin the Cox. Miss Cox. Miss Cox. boring. Yeah, go this way.
I have this thirst for blood. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Are you alone?
I don't...
So you have no hope?
No. I mean, yes.
This city has abandoned so many of its...
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care. It's locked, all right.
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggot.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, I'm hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night. Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Have you heard of the Guard of Prior?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Hey, Gunner.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Huh.
Goodbye. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
How was your games, Gunner?
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
They were good, but my internet went out and got an hour ban for being AFK. That sucks.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
I decided to do one quick thing in Dead by Daylight and then hop out, and I decided to stream.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Well, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. Well, it would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Must find him quickly.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Are they stupid or something?
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Are you enjoying the story of the game? I'm intrigued so far.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I've got responsibilities. And it's not like I've got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Okay. Alright. Out of my way, woman. She's like, it's right here.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Probably are. Okay.
Leech spotted! Watch out!
Seems like the guard at Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Oh, I remember this fight from my friend's stream.
You! Get back in the grave! Cross the leech, boys! Die, vermin! All of your bullshit is need killing!
wounds on this corpse are deep. The result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Just came in. Oh wait, did I come in from that way? I think I might have.
It's one of them! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
So close to biting them. Sound of the rain sounds nice.
Want some of this? Killing's all you deserve. Best be moving over there!
Come on. Grates and joins. Grates. Small bottle, alcohol, shillings, bullets. Oh my.
Yeah, people are still working at this time, while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but
Like
I
your
don't have
hat,
time
Giselle.
for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes or my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't... You're right.
I read...
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you.
Crank.
Or are you just out of
It's
your
locked.
mind?
It's locked, all right.
Okay.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town.
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Oh god, you're related to that thing? Have a good night, Gunner. Thanks for popping in.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The Sad Saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the Sad Saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, Miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Okay.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Hope Giselle will pull through.
Folded paper. Oh, Lordy. Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from drowning when he fell in the canal. There. I said it. Please forgive me, Lord, for I'm just a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I ever had to deal with since I opened my night shelter in the East End. For years I have tried to understand why this man regularly makes me so irritated, and I think I've recently found why. Dyson has stopped fighting, for good and forever. I met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men and women, rich and poor, young and old. I witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes they can put a name on this inner evil of theirs. Sometimes they never being able to identify the real cause of their despair. But, in most cases, for these men and women, to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is a useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain, and they feel so deep inside, or that they feel so deep inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for his salvation, for the light of Christ, and as long as they wish to see this light, there is a place for hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain. No, I'm not convinced he conscientiously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is a worse sin, to deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or complacently bask in self-destruction. Okay. So. Powder showings, blah blah blah. Areas.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what we've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her?
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Give a dog a bad name. Excuse me. Handwritten prayer. Dear Lord, this is my prayer for my beloved mother, Gertrude Paxton, who now awaits her daughters in heaven. Until that day, I thank you for allowing me to wake up and go through each new day in honest poverty and modesty. Please protect the good. Mr. Hampton, who let us sleep in his night shelter, I humbly ask you to forgive me for the resentment I feel toward my sister, Giselle, since my mother died. Blessed be your soul. Thank you, God, for hearing me. Amen.
Glad to...
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Hard enough to come to the docks by myself.
Interesting.
You
Giselle, I know you sleep at Shaunhampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God, to give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Your sister was suffering too. I'm sure she didn't mean what she said.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologise.
You're one of those types, huh?
Well...
Old newspaper. The bomb exploded just after dawn in front of the Dawson Munitions Factory, the largest employer in the district. The detonation smashed the windows of all factories in factories in North Southwark. It's a miracle only 2 people died in the attack, confirmed Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton.
It's locked.
Showings aluminum powder. Showings aluminum powder. Showings and codeine. Small bottle and showings. Screw on showings. Miss Paxton, I recently heard that Hampton shelter for months and money or support of any kind. Without a positive answer for you, from you, my boys always get what they accept a no for an answer. Keeping on refusing to answer me, and wet boot boys come. You and your sister.
Still drunk at this hour?
Where'd she go?
Glad to see.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again.
Well, I'll leave.
See what's down here.
Still drunk at this hour of night? Leave me alone.
Check and see what's around this corner here. Nothing. Cool. GG 1010.
Vampire kills are utter silence.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
was a close call. Grief.
Giselle's stolen money. Pretty one has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Okay.
I know I promised you I'd make everything right now. It's not been that simple. You again?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, I'll leave you.
Okay then. So that's that. Showing the screw. Aluminum shard. Oh my. Grease and shotgun shell.
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work.
Shillings.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Shillings.
can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
Oh god.
To respect the laws of Ascalon.
Oh, I'm dead.
How you cannot comprehend.
Oh no. Oh man, I have blood too. There goes my blood. That sucks. You have been defeated.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
You will learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Slaughtering the scouts while singing your name! Slow as a snail! Tear them apart and spill my blood to the pit. You found your death in me! I shall snap like a hair's worth of bones you for. Return to your apothecary and needles. I shall crush
Oh, it keeps refusing. Oh man, I'm getting my clock clean here. It sucks. Okay. Come on. Load. Yep. And boop, 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 boop.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! Power you cannot comprehend! Slow as a snail! The dictates of Ascalon! We shall tear them apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells! And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my... I shall crush you. Down, stay down.
Caught ya. Defeat the beast. Silver trophy achieved. Common trigger part, or not part 4. Common trigger +4.
It's locked. At least one Skal escaped Fergal's wrath.
Exploring down here instead. Bullets. Shelling, shotgun shell. Shotgun shell. Aluminum chart, shelling. I like how it says shillings, but it's only one. So more or less shilling, not shillings. Wait a minute, wasn't I just here? Ugh. Bullets. Shotgun shell. Huh. So it loops around, I understand. I see, I see.
Safe we are, still. Drink now. This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal was the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
The guard of Prewan is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Keep your distance, Echo. Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages. How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
You don't want to go out there. Probably safer down here. Go in there yet. I want to see what else I can get around here.
Your place is not here.
Everyone else is welcome in with me.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
No.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Yeah, got that right.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Alrighty then.
Your spell is enticing. So sweet of
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Bridget says you are one to trust.
That's correct. Oh. Want to go down a level. Grease and screw, grease and screw, screw and grease, grease and screw. Can't even open that. I feel like I should be able to, but I can't. So anyway, here we go. Oh. See what's over here. You know, I'm gonna talk to her. Supremacy of Ekons. It is no coincidence that Ekons are the most eminent and most numerous of all vampires. Ekons are the true aristocracy of immortals. Okay. And if I may add, they are the only ones able to stay at the top of the food chain. Everywhere I traveled, I only met Ekons, or Econs, assuming mortal lives or forming an immortal society. Econs are the most human, most clever, and most educated of all vampires, not empires, of all vampires. Don't get me wrong here, I have nothing against more exotic species like Volcod, who share the gift of immortality with us. Most of them can prove useful if properly canalized towards a clear goal, but they lack the most important trait of all, the ability to mingle with mortals without being spotted. Therefore, the Escalade Club should only accept Ekon of the highest lineage as member of its inner circle. Depending on circumstances, Volcods could be accepted as war dogs or hunting hounds, as long as they obey our laws. Luckily enough, these lesser cousins have a natural tendency to submit and obey their masters, from the law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Your room. The blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. Oh, my body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
Oh, you mean it's like the hospital's been feeding you? You mean that kind of thing? I mean, sure, the others didn't like you, but you had me. Though I am new.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Go back to... Uh-oh. No. Back. There you go. Opium and such. As well.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most skulls.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Why do you live here, amongst filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the sewer skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
A progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Shornhampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
She's kind of cute, actually. Now, yes, thought so. Hideout. Oh. Common mace. Sturdy blood sample. Small dose of sturdy blood can be used to create or regenerate serums for vampires. Analyze blueprints. So it's fatigue for all these people.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you have no idea what could happen to you if you stay here. Why don't you go home?
For fuck's sake. Do I have to punch you in the face to make you disappear? Leave me be!
It's my duty to insist. Death lurks everywhere. I must ask you to go back home.
I'm safe here, don't you get it? I'm better off risking the flu than catching a bullet. Am I clear enough?
I see. Well, since you are obviously hiding from a threat, don't you have a safer place to go?
Do you think I'm stupid? The Night Asylum, the Turquoise Turtle, even Miss Gillingham's attic. I tried them all. No, this is my only chance.
Okay then.
It's locked, all right.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? The vampire hunters will never find us here.
Interesting.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Oh. Let's see. Just came up from here.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Embrace, I don't trust you. Spare, I envy the peace you found. Turn, you sacrifice 500 XP in the process. You'll heal through my blood. Spare him.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found, and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Sacrificial land, silver trophy achieved. Mesmerize level. This district will soon suffer the consequences of your action. I note the reason why the terrifying
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No. I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Pepper.
You again? What do you want?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave. Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Goodbye.
Danger is closer than you think. They are already here. Do not let them take the kingdom. See a vampire? Seek for help. Ichabod Thorgmorton, expert vampire hunter. It's really creepy looking. Origin of the Skulls. Oh my god, there's a lot to read here. It has been established for some time now that Skull is the vernacular name of a different species of lesser blood drinkers. Skull often seems to be the victim of a vampire attack who miraculously survived death and came back as a crooked version of its maker. According to many observations made by our order throughout the centuries, skulls are generally despised and killed by vampires, who consider them lesser and despicable creatures. The name itself means slave. They also have been called Sakataba, Arabic, Sklavus, Latin, or Sclavioni, Greek. This shows how old these creatures are and how their makers perceive them. This may be why skulls often tend to form small and discrete communities that stick together. It is also interesting to note that skulls seem to call themselves this way, as if they were accepted for a long time. Their status, as inferior servants among vampires. It is more difficult for a skull to hide its monstrous nature. Pale skin, terrible teeth, strange emaciation, dilated and staring pupils. Many have lost all hair, and they show wounds and scars, which stay open without never completely healing. They also seem capable of surviving by eating the flesh of the dead, while vampires need blood from the living. They may be the real origin of the mythical figure of the ghoul, the folklore creature who lurk in cemeteries and feed from the dead. The skull is a miserable creature. Most of the times, they fear to be seen by both human and vampires in some regions. Older skulls have been witnessed nearby vampires as servant or slaves, obtaining protection by sacrificing their freedom. Most of the skulls are descended from icons and show humanoid silhouettes, much more uncommon. Some present a more canine aspect and behavior, like wolves. They are sometimes called vulpes or vulps. In ancient texts, at least a third type exists in the shape of a bird of bat, and they are called corius. William Marshall himself referred to 3 times to some bat-shaped creature he called vampire in his memoirs. Other types may exist, unknown or unidentified for now. From Drinking of the Fountain of Knowledge by Usher Talltree, Primate of St. Paul. Okay. Door has been unlocked.
I cannot enter.
Powder and shillings.
It's a leech! Kill it! I hate leeches! You leeches need killing! I'll kill it! I hate leeches!
Can't handle part, screw. Glass valve, lead plate.
He's mine!
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?" There's been a fight here.
Oh, I know where I am. I couldn't get up here earlier. Now I know why.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead?
It ain't human! Kill it! Over there! There's one of them
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
to let her expire and be found here.
You're surprising. Occasionally, you make a good point. We're being misled. Or worse, we're being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
Now get them weapons ready! Find one! Back to the hell that spawned you!
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. Only a golden watch in her pockets. Only a...
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Rusty box of pills, small bottle.
Jonathan!
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered. I can still sense a presence. I feel someone's eyes upon my neck.
Burying the past.
In the name of Christ, someone help me! You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell Scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital, cemetery to cemetery, grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
Oh, so that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. Abomination!
done. Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Ah, damn it, I missed.
Come with me, Jonathan. You killed me, brother.
You've spared the precious nurse Crane, but not your own Mary.
Oh my. I hate it when siblings fight. Oh man. I believe I can do this fight, but I'm just tired. It's 4:18 in the morning. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 35 minutes and 33 seconds as I say that. Oh my. Oh, my back. Yeah.
I have this thirst for blood.
Cool. Random loading. I don't really want to go up there.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Really? The rats are right there and I can't get them. It's kind of dumb. Stupid, I can't pick them up, but whatever.
In the name of Christ, some
Abomination.
kiss me again, sweet brother. Assassin! What have you done? You've spared the precious nurse Rain, but not your own Mary. You leave me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just to die for. Rest in peace, monster. Kingslayer! Come to me, Jonathan. Abomination. Assassin! Rest in peace, monster. You've killed me, brother.
Well, that sucks. If I didn't get hit like I did, I would still be in this fight. Not frustrated or angry or anything. So I just think it was BS that I got hit there. And yet the rats were still on the ground, and I'm like, I can't pick them up. And the game's like, no. Yep. It was close anyway. Well, not close, but... yeah. Oh, look at that. No rat. Oh, here we go. Rat. Anyway. Alright. I'm gonna call it here. I mean, I could keep trying and trying, but honestly, it's quite late. So, later on, I'm going to be streaming something new, a multiplayer game. It's not a shooter, I will say that. So, it's a game that came out on the 8th of this month. And, can't wait to cover it. the game that I'll be covering. And yeah, anybody who would like to, you know, drop by and take a look out for the game that I'm going to be streaming later, greatly appreciate it. It'll be around. Wish that guy would shut up. There. I don't have to hear your excessive yelling. Anyway. So yeah. I'll be streaming somewhat after 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't know exactly what time, but it won't be late. It's just when I get up, I'm going to be eating first. So, anyway, I'd like to thank Kissa for coming by, Gunnar for coming by, anybody else who's lurking. I greatly appreciate the lurk. Thank you for watching, and those who are watching on YouTube, I hope you're enjoying the Let's Play so far. See you all for part 5 whenever I get to that. Probably today's Thursday, right? Yes. So probably Friday. I'll be back on this game Friday for sure. It's just tomorrow I'm gonna do the other coverage. So anyway, thank you for watching, and take care.